Now, one of the things that we are seeing coming out from China is, of course, the fierce competition that is making some of the cars to not sell the kind of sales that they were selling in previous years. I mean, especially when you look into the premium EV market, where our favorite stock or company like NIO is at or is currently selling cars in the segment, we are seeing those that were previously selling cars in the same segment not doing that well, whilst we see an EV maker like NIO continue selling or scoping some good sales. I mean, today Mercedes just came out and reduced their profit forecast for the year 2024 from 10 to 12% to around 10 to 11%. And they say this is because of the fierce competition they are seeing in China. And I mean, you and me can already guess who is seeing or who is stealing some of the sales that were supposed to come to Mercedes-Benz, and that answer is, of course, NIO. NIO, it is the company that is giving companies like BMW, Mercedes some serious headaches when it comes to sales, especially in the fast-growing EV industry. I mean, in the EVs, or when you look into the EV market, it is worse there, because NIO in some of the cities, we are seeing them dwarfing both Mercedes and BMW, which is causing a lot of hurt. I mean, even to the engine cars, there are some cities in China where it's selling more cars than the kind of engine cars that these Mercedes and BMW are selling, which is something that is pretty exciting. I mean, there was an instant where we saw a Chinese consumer going to buy a Mercedes-Benz, but one thing that happened is that for some reason that Mercedes-Benz was close to a NIO dealership, and they ended up, or she ended up, going to a NIO dealership just to check. And guess what happened? The Mercedes-Benz which she was planning to go buy that day, she ended up not buying it and go to buy the NIO ET5 Touring. I've done that video and I've shared even the videos of that lady very happy or excited about buying the NIO ET5 Touring instead of buying the Mercedes-Benz. So this shows you the kind of competition that NIO is putting or bringing to these high-end car companies like your Mercedes and BMW. So it gives me great joy to see NIO, of course, scooping a lot of sales or seeing a lot of sales growth, while other premium brands are seeing, of course, a loss, which shows you that NIO is here to stay. NIO continues winning the market. I mean, there is a table that shows the sales growth from January to June of all high-end cars or high-end brands. I mean, these figures from January to June showed that Mercedes sales dropped by 10%, BMW sales dropped by 5%, whilst NIO sales grew by 60%. This is something that shows you that NIO, it is doing exceptionally well, and there is no doubt that part of the reason why these big European giant companies are losing sales is because of NIO. NIO has been the one that is taking a lot of consumers. Those consumers who usually go out there and buy your BMW, your Mercedes, are now going to opt, or are opting to buy a NIO car, because in terms of experience, in terms of technology, the kind of technology that NIO is offering to some of the models, it surpasses even the technology that you find on your Mercedes-Benz and BMW, which is for that reason that we are seeing NIO attracting a lot and lots of customers, attracting lots and lots of consumers in China, which is something that is pretty exciting. Yes, these both BMW and Mercedes are still selling way more than NIO, but let me tell you, truth be told, NIO continues to get the market share from both these brands. Though NIO has not reached that potential or the capacity of selling tons and tons of cars. I mean, Mercedes from January to June, they have sold over 350,000 vehicles, whilst BMW has sold over 360,000 vehicles, but NIO has only sold 87,000 vehicles. But this 87,000, it is a 60% growth as compared to the kind of sales they generated last year from January to June. So in terms of growth, NIO, it is the top performing stock in the high-end market, which is something that shows you that even when we talk about the market share in the high-end, in terms of the full EV cars, it is with no doubt that NIO still the market share from all the vehicles that are over 300,000 RMB. Otherwise, with all that, tell me what you think about this statement which Mercedes just uttered or issued, cutting their profits forecast for the year because of the fierce competition they are facing in China from car companies like NIO. Tell me what you think about this. I think to NIO, this is bullish. This is good news, and it looks like the trend is going to continue, especially knowing very well that NIO is going to be also introducing their sub-brand, which is definitely going to shake also the entire EV market, as that brand is a bit different from the NIO brand. It is quite cheaper and can be afforded by the mass market. So I'm happy, I'm excited. I just thought I'd just give you this quick update. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget with that like button, comment and subscribe. And once you subscribe, don't forget to hit or click that notification bell so that at least you get notified by YouTube every time I drop a new content. Now, it's a stock that I talk a lot about on this channel. I give you videos on a day-to-day, so I would really appreciate if you can just hit that likes button if you are enjoying, or if you did enjoy the video that I just gave you about NIO stealing some of the market share from these high-end premium European brands like BMW and Mercedes. This is good news. So hit that likes button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that at least you get notified by YouTube every time I drop a new content. Otherwise, it is always important for you to do some due diligence before you buy NIO for the very first time, as this stock can be quite volatile when you look into the share price, and therefore it requires you to have done some due diligence that at least you can be comfortable as you are investing into this stock. Otherwise, that's all from me, and God bless you all.